Nice trio of bucks, and when you get to this age group, no matter what species, you can't just size judge them because quality can come in all different shapes and sizes. And honestly, these are all I would assume 0 to 6 or 0 to 3 months. So maturity patterns are going to be a little bit different. Muscle shape's going to be a little bit different. The one that starts the class, I think, just has the most future in my opinion. He's not the biggest out here, and I admit that, but that one is a stout featured, square built, moderate kind of a buck. It looks like he's going to have a bright future ahead of him. One that's got enough muscle shape for how old I assume he is. I think that one's stout in terms of his head, and I understand he doesn't want to be out here, but he's still sound structured, he's still built right. It's a nice kind of a buck. The one that comes here in second's probably a little longer, a little more extended. He's got some muscle shape, and I can definitely appreciate that. He gets a little dry, a little plainer right there in terms of the crest to his neck. Just gets a little plainer right there, right around his shoulder. Still a nice kind of a buck. And the one that comes here in third, super long-bodied and extended. Just need to see more muscle shape in this buck to move him anywhere higher. Let's give these guys a big round of applause. I think we got a really nice way to start your doe show, and I understand these top three can be jumbled up in a couple different ways. They've all got some quality about them. One that starts the class just balances a little bit better for me, and I'll be the first to admit she's not the biggest footed doe out here. She's probably one of the more refined in terms of her bone work, but after that, that one is an incredibly well balanced doe that still has muscle on the top side of her blade, all the way back to her hooks to her pinch. She's sound structured, she's good bodied, she's youthful in terms of her type and kind. That's a very nice kind of a doe. One that comes here in second was kind of a floater doe for me, either from first to third, so I slid her in second. I think one that from the side I like in terms of just her balance, and I like her muscle shape up high. Her width up front does not match her width going away. She just doesn't have as much muscle in terms of from her hooks to her pins down through her stifle, but that one is still a good bodied doe that is sound structured, good looking from the side. Just need to see a little bit more power going right away. Probably the stoutest featured doe comes here in third from the side. I think one that looks incredibly stout in terms of her foot and her bone. And for me today, she slopes off just a shot more than what I deem ideal. When you get right behind her, she's fairly round in terms of her hip. If we could square that one up a little bit, we could definitely move her on up. One that comes here in third, initially I liked from the side. I just need to see more muscle in this doe to move her any higher. One that rounds out the class, same can be said about her. Just need to see more feature in this doe to move her anywhere higher. Let's give these guys a big round of applause.